Welcome to my channel, SteveO the Window Cleaner. You are watching this video because you have purchased a World 1 purification system, a Xero Pure Revolution system, or a Xero Pure Revolution Max system, or a Xero Pure Revolution Atom system. These are all brand new systems as of pretty much 2022. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over how to set one up the first time that you get it, and just go through the whole process all the way to attaching your pole and having water come out your brush. It's going to make this real simple, easy, straightforward. Let's go. Okay, so this is a World Enterprises World 1. This will be the same setup as you get with the Xero Pure Revolution Max, the Xero Pure Revolution, and the Xero Pure Atom. So basically what I'm going to go over here is just the first steps of setting everything up. Now, little disclaimer, you're going to see that mine's a little bit at an angle. This is just due to this was a demo unit when we first started making these, so there's a few things a little bit different from it. Let's just go over real quickly what we're looking at here. So this is an RO membrane. This is going to be your workhorse of the system. This is going to last you 2 to 3 years most likely, and to replace it costs $2.99. For the carbon filter here, this is the filter you're going to replace about every 4 to 12 weeks depending on the area they're in and how hard the water is. Here we have a clear housing. If you start seeing this filter get real orange or brown, it is time to replace that, but just make sure you're replacing this every 4 to 12 weeks. If this is really clogged, it is going to take away from the pressure you're going to get through your RO. Lastly, we have a DI cartridge down here. The DI cartridge is your last stage of purification. That's where the water comes from the RO, and then it comes out of right here. So just remember, you're going to attach your hose into here, and your outlet is going to be here. Okay, so when you first get the system, you're also going to get a short hose here. This short hose goes onto this valve here at the base of the RO. This is your wastewater hose. This is always going to run when you are using the system. If you got the Alex kit, or if you got an upgrade kit, there is a brass cap that goes on here that you can use when you are traveling with the system. I would suggest doing that so water doesn't go inside of your vehicle, unless you have a truck or something and aren't too worried about it. There's also, if you got the Alex kit, there's a 6 foot longer garden hose type of hose that you can take from here and make a longer hose. You can make this as long as you want, and usually I just put it off in the customer's grass. Okay, so make sure you inspect your system when you first get it. Make sure nothing's wrong. If there is a bend like this one, of course, give us a call. That should never happen, but like I said, it's just a demo unit, so that's why this has happened. So the first thing you're going to want to do with this system, I like to run these systems laying down. They have a thinner wheelbase than the original Xero Pure, so you're going to want to lay those down when you're running it. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to saturate the RO. So how we're going to saturate the RO is we're going to attach our garden hose here that we have attached to our water source. And also, if you got the Alex kit, and when I say the Alex kit, the Alex World 1 kit or the Alex Revolutionary kit, it comes with a pair of quick connects, brass quick connects. You can put those quick connects here when you attach your hose, and also here where you attach your outlet hose, just to make the setup process quicker. So then what we want to do is we actually want to detach this elbow from the DI right here. And basically to do that, this is just a push to fit. So you're going to push in and you're going to pull out. And what we're going to do is we're going to turn this on and we're going to let this run for 5 to 10 minutes. The day that we get it, or the day that you decide to start using it, or the day that basically you want to do this the day before you start using it. You're going to let this run for 5 minutes. Now, so what I would do, turn on your water source, full go. You're going to see water come out your wastewater. So this is what I was talking about. This is always going to be there. That might be high pressure. And we're just going to see water come out of both of these hoses here. So you see what's going on here. So we just have water coming out of both of those areas. And we're going to do that for just about 5 to 10 minutes. After you've done it for 5 to 10 minutes, you're just going to turn the water off and close everything back up and let that sit for at least 12 to 24 hours. Okay. So I've already used this system quite a bit. So what we're just going to say is that it's the next day now. That's just air getting out of the line, nothing to worry about that. So it's the next day, we've let this sit overnight. So the next day, we reattach our elbow. Now, water's gonna come out of there, and we're gonna test that water. While we let that kind of start there, let me just go over some of the other things that you get with this. One other thing that's not here, but you will get, is called RO Guardian. That will be to protect the RO during the winter. Contact me for any videos about that. You'll have 2 wrenches, okay? One wrench, this one, is meant for the carbon filter to release that. This one is meant for the DI filter to release that. And then you're also going to get magic lube, which you can use to basically put on your gaskets when you replace your resin. That's a good thing to do as well with that. This is your TDS meter. This is going to measure the minerals in the water. So once it's coming out of here, out of the DI, this is going to take a little bit to come through here. We want to test that. Turn it on. You just fill up this cap, put that right into there, and we are all at zeros. So we're good to go as far as that goes. From there, so we have a garden hose running into the system. You always want a garden hose running into the system. That's very important that you don't use the 100 feet of thinner garden hose that if you got that with the Alex kit, you're not going to use that. You're always going to use a garden hose to feed the unit. I like to keep it in between 25 and 50 feet and keep it laying flat as much as possible, not going over a bunch of hills. So now we have water here coming out of the output. What I suggest doing always is, if you have at least 50 to 100 feet of 3/8 hose, which you can buy with some of our kits, then I would attach that here. I would attach that to here, or if you decide just to use about 150 feet of the thinner Xero hose, you'll get one of these outlets with your water fed pole. You're going to attach that here. Let me just show you how both of them work out. Remember, the water pressure coming out of here is right at about 0.5 to 0.75 gallons per minute, with typical water pressure right at about 50 to 60 psi. So we'll wait for that water to come out here. So this is 3/8 inner diameter hose. 3/8 inner diameter hose is really good for keeping your pressure consistent over a long distance. This hose right here has a 3/16 inner diameter, so it is going to restrict your water flow a little more. That's why I like running as much of this hose as possible. If you ever want to put this on while this is going, what I just suggest is opening up this ball valve. It's not high enough pressure that it's going to be too crazy. So from there, we've got our whole entire system set up. We're at 0 TDS as we've tested there. We're going to plug in our pole hose there. So now water is going up the pole to the brush. I've just turned my unit valve there, and we have water coming out. And that is it. Sometimes you get a little bit of air pressure going, and but once you get to that right there, you're all good to go. Now, for taking this system down, all you're going to do, shut off the garden hose and just close everything back up. If you have some of the caps that you got with the Alex kit, you put those there. I'd also suggest just getting something for here as well to close that off. From there to there, you can actually use the wastewater hose, and let me just show you how to do that. When you turn off this system, nothing special. Don't need to flush it out. Literally just turn the water off, close everything back up, and that's it. So just release this. Of course, this will be quicker if you have the quick connects here. Water will flush out of there. So if you get that cap kit, basically you can release this, put the cap onto there, release your hose here, whatever you decide to do. If you decide to use the green and black connector here, then you can put this here. And just loop it through to here to close that off during transport. And then once again, like I mentioned, that cap, if you don't know what the cap is that I'm talking about, just contact me and I can help you get that as well. Okay, that is it as far as setting up the World 1 or the Xero Pure Revolution or the Xero Pure Revolution Max. If you have any questions once you start using this system, just feel free to reach out to me. My phone number 970-599-1437. I can also help you with all of your future purchases as well. So I just wanted to give a real good video of the whole walkthrough of when you get it, what to do. If you have any questions, just shoot me an email, but I really hope this helps in the process of setting up your purification system for the first time. Have a good day. Bye-bye.